welcome here to TalkFCB, and welcome to what is an absolutely massive game for Barcelona. This is make or break. We simply have to win this weekend. We have seen right now from this team a defeat against Cadiz, followed that up there with a catastrophic performance in midweek against Juventus. There is massive pressure on Ronald Koeman. There is massive pressure on this team. So many times we've said we have to respond, but now we really do. In today's video, we are going to be discussing how Koeman should line up, but also how he most likely will line up. It's all coming up today, so let's get to it. Kickoff will be coming to us at 9 PM local time from the Camp Nou, like I say, which means that Barcelona will be playing the final game of this weekend, and believe me, by that stage, Barca will be in need of the points, and of course, for a big weekend of football, not only from Barcelona, but also from Madrid. You can join me there on the Flick Chat to stay updated and stay involved with everything that is going on. Because indeed, on Saturday night, another massive clash in La Liga. It's Real Madrid hosting Atletico in the Madrid derby. One of those two, maybe even both, will drop points. Because let's look at the table. And as you can see, Atletico Madrid right now are on top of the league, 12 points, absolutely incredibly. After just 10 games, 12 points clear of Barcelona. We right there are on 14 points after 10 games, simply not good enough. And just have a look here at our opponents, Levante, who right now find themselves in the relegation zone in La Liga. But unbelievably, if they beat us on Sunday, we'll have the same points. They're in the relegation zone now, and if they win, we'll have the same points as them. Oh man, we have to win this. But I think the big question coming into this game is exactly what is Ronald Koeman going to do? We had a disappointment, like I say, against Cadiz and then again against Juventus. So is he going to come into this game and really shake things up? Are we going to see a significant amount of changes? And ultimately at this point, Koeman's saying, you know what, I've just got to go for it. Because far too often, when you look at Barca coaches, you look at Ernesto Valverde, you look at Quique Setien, right up until the very end, they always gave these players another chance, and then another chance, and then another chance. And in the end, it'll cost you your job, because you can't keep giving chances to those who are not performing. And the one thing that I'm absolutely sick and tired of hearing is that, you can't throw in inexperienced players. You've got to stick there with players who have experience in these kind of games. You know what? Why? If the experienced players are not performing, what are you supposed to do? You've got to give somebody else an opportunity there to come into the team and show themselves. Because let's not forget, if these younger players are never given a chance, if they're never given an opportunity, when will they get experience? They're always going to be inexperienced until they're given that chance. And that chance for me, it starts here. Because obviously yesterday, guys, I did speak in detail about the fact that I would like to see Koeman at some stage with the team that we have at our disposal right now try out a back three or a back five system there to help with our defensive problems, but also there with the full-backs providing the width that we simply don't have right now. But realistically, I know that Koeman, after listening to his press conference over on More Talk FCB, we discussed that earlier, he is probably going to stick with that 4-2-3-1. So with that in mind, this is the team that I would love to see. In goal, of course, it is going to be Marc-Andre ter Stegen. No complaints whatsoever about that. He deserves there to keep his place between the sticks. He didn't really do anything wrong against Juventus. He couldn't have done anything more. At left back, I would start there with Jordi Alba. Now, the reason to start with Jordi Alba is not because he's been incredible, and not because he hasn't made mistakes by any means, but also because I just haven't felt as though Junior Firpo has taken his chance. He has had a few opportunities there coming off the bench. He has had a start here and there, and he hasn't quite done enough to put real pressure on Jordi Alba. And of course at right back, our only option, and deservedly so, to stay in the team, it's Serginho Dest. At centre back though, this is where it starts to get interesting, because I would drop Clément Lenglet. He should not be starting in this game, no question at all about that. And if Samuel Umtiti is ready to play, he should start there as the left centre back. But if not, I would play Oscar Mingueza. But if Umtiti is right, he should play alongside him. Ronald Araujo there, Umtiti and Araujo at centre back. Like I say, Mingueza probably hard done by there to be left out the team, but I think Araujo and Umtiti could make a good partnership if they can both stay fit and ultimately help our defensive issues. In midfield, and this is really, really interesting here, because based on form, you would say, okay, against Juventus, Pjanic didn't have the best of games. This season, Sergio Busquets hasn't really played all that well, and let's be real as well, Frenkie de Jong, as much as I like him, he has not been at a good level recently. So on form, could you actually argue against here, dropping all of them, and actually playing Carlos Alenya and Riqui Puig as a duo in midfield? Both of them, given the opportunity this season, have played really, really well. A lot of people will say, oh, inexperience, can you really afford to line up with both of them? The question I would ask you is, have we done better elsewhere this season? Have the other players really done so well that we can't afford to try something like this? Because the answer would be no. So I would there start Alenya and Puig in midfield. I then stick with what has worked in attack for us. Lionel Messi there from the right, but cutting inside. Dest can certainly accommodate that right-hand side very, very well. Griezmann playing behind a natural number 9. Things drastically improved for us once Braithwaite came on against Juventus. But then the big question would be, who plays on that left-hand side? Because I think we have to line up here with one natural winger. Against Juve, Koeman there elected to start Francisco Trincao. But for me, in this game, you know what? Let's go for it. Let's actually try something here. I would start a natural left-sided player in Conrad de la Fuente. That would be absolutely incredible. And that team right there, I believe they would have what it takes to beat Levante at the Camp Nou and not only get the 3 points, but also give us all, us fans especially, a huge boost whilst doing it. However, as much as I would love to see that lineup, and as much as I would certainly believe that would be warranted if they did get those opportunities there, those younger players, they would certainly deserve them to have a chance in a game like this. What I do believe, though, is that Ronald Koeman will go with something like this. I personally see Longley staying in his lineup. I don't think Umtiti is going to start this game. I think Longley will continue there alongside Araujo. I think De Jong will keep his place under Koeman, and I think alongside him, Sergio Busquets will come back in, and the same with Felipe Coutinho on that left-hand side. And that, for me, is the team that I would expect from Koeman. And if I did see that, I would have to admit, I'd be very, very disappointed and also concerned about what the result may be. And I think certainly when you're looking here at your predictions, guys, that concern is absolutely evident, because I cannot remember the last time that I saw a prediction poll look like this. Because have a look there. Levante are favourites in the eyes here of you guys. 33%, a third of you, believing that Levante will win at the Camp Nou. And that, for me, is absolutely staggering. But I honestly can't say that I'm surprised. The feeling right now with Barcelona is, you know what? Don't get your hopes up. Don't get too ahead of yourself. Don't get excited, because they'll only bring you back down to reality. I'm hoping that in this game, we can find something, that we can give some sort of response. It'll depend, like I say, on the lineup from Koeman. But I do believe we'll bounce back with a win by 3-1. But like I say, that's me thinking positively and hoping for the best. Please do leave your thoughts in the comments down below, guys. What are you expecting from this game? And do you believe that Barca can turn it around and get a vital win? Let me know all of those thoughts down below. I will see you tomorrow for the big match review. We have to bounce back. We just have to. I'll see you then, guys. And I thank you indeed for watching. But until next time, as always, Visca el Barça.